Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Matt Holiner here with your Monday forecast, sponsored by NIPSCO. We've been dealing with scattered showers and weak thunderstorms early this morning in the region, and I think that'll continue to be the case at 8 a.m. this morning. But what I'm concerned about is when a warm front lifts over us during the late morning hours. A better chance of thunderstorms and a small chance for a couple of severe storms. So let's jump ahead to 9 a.m. because that's when I think the warm front is going to be right on our doorstep. And you see those darker shades of red showing up. That's indicating we're definitely thunderstorms, but the potential for a couple of those storms to overachieve and produce some really strong winds, it looks like. So it looks like the best opportunity for the storms in the region is going to be about 10, 11 o'clock. Here we are at 10 a.m. And notice how temperatures rising as this warm front lifts over us. Jump ahead to 11 a.m. and notice how we're seeing even upper 50s maybe in the most southern part of the region. Not going to rule that out around the Kentland area. And still definitely on the stormy side, but I do think by noon, the warm front clear of us, I still think there's going to be rain around, maybe a couple of weak thunderstorms, but the chance for these strong storms, the severe storms, going away after noon. And then I think there's just going to be less and less activity, and I think we'll dry out by 3 o'clock this afternoon. So looking good for the homebound commute, though dealing with rain for the morning commute, not dealing with rain for the homebound commute, it looks like. Temperatures may drop a touch in the southern part of the region, temporarily getting to the upper 50s, maybe dropping down to low 50s, but notice still hanging out low to mid 50s in the northern part of the region. And it'll be breezy this afternoon, but when temperatures are in the 50s, guess 20, 25 miles per hour, not that big a deal. So while storms absolutely look likely from 9 a.m. to noon, it's not a guarantee that we're going to see severe storms, but it is a possibility. And in a worst case scenario, I'm not going to rule out wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. That's what we're most concerned about, are some strong winds. There could be some hail, but we're not talking about damaging hail. At the biggest, we're talking about pea-sized hail. I'm not going to rule that out, but it's not going to be any bigger than pea-sized hail. And if you're wondering about where the greatest threat for these wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, the pea-sized hail, I do think it's a little bit more likely where temperatures are going to be the warmest in Newton and Jasper counties. So in that area shaded in yellow, that's where the higher chance for seeing these severe storms is. It's still a possibility in the northern part of the region. Lake Porter, LaPorte County, can't rule it out, but I do think the chance is smaller. More likely we'll just see regular thunderstorms and not the severe storms that produce those wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Now, the other thing I do have to mention for everyone in the region, a lot of rain. You know, when it's all said and done, we're talking about 1 to 2 inches of rain being common, but there could be a few spots that see up to 3 inches of rain, and especially if that occurs in a low-lying or a poorly drained location, yeah, then we're talking about a few flooded roads. So that is a possibility, especially late this morning into the early afternoon. Fortunately, though, again, all the activity coming to an end by 3 o'clock, and tonight is going to be dry, but we're going to get a cold front to work over us tonight, so it's looking like a breezy night, and eventually temperatures will be dipping down into the low to mid 30s, but it doesn't look like any precipitation with the cold front coming through dry, just mostly cloudy skies, and really not that impressive of a cold front, because look at high temperatures tomorrow. Yes, not as warm as today, but still above normal for this time of year, and notice quite the variation. It does look like right next to the lake, low 40s, but I think for most in the northern part of the region, I think it'll be mid to upper 40s, and upper 40s for Newton and Jasper County as well, and not too much wind, though a breezy night and a breezy start to the day. In the afternoon, we're hitting these high temperatures, just a light breeze around, gusts around 15 miles per hour.